Happy Memorial Day weekend. For those who get a long weekend, enjoy and relax and be ready to come back Tuesday refreshed and ready. And don't forget, today is National Wine Day, so cheers. You're listening to the Arbitrage Trade Weekend News. I'm your host, Darin Harper, bringing you 3 things you need to know for the weekend and 2 interviews. Those 2 interviews are Make Every Sound and Word Count and Make 'em Laugh, Make 'em Laugh. Also, check out the winner and loser this week in the market. The 10-year stays just under 4.5, and WTI crude falls to the upper 77s. Here's 3 things. Why do we celebrate Memorial Day? Memorial Day is a federal holiday in the United States observed on the last Monday of May to honor and mourn U.S. military personnel who died while serving in the armed forces. It's a day to remember their sacrifice and their service to the country. Originally called Decoration Day, it began in the years following the Civil War as a way to remember those who died in that conflict. Traditions include visiting cemeteries and memorials, holding family gatherings, and participating in parades. While it's also seen as the unofficial start of summer, the core meaning of Memorial Day is focused on the remembrance. Musk says we are headed to universal income. Elon Musk has said that AI will eliminate the needs for humans to work. He said in a benign scenario, probably none of us will have a job. There will be universal high income and not universal basic income. There'll be no shortage of goods or services. He also says there's an 80% chance of this happening, and he goes further to suggest that in that scenario, humans will struggle with the meaning of life, which would lead to a bad situation. Here are the bigs for next week. Monday is Memorial Day, of course, in the U.S., and the markets are closed. Markets are closed in the United Kingdom as well for a bank holiday. Tuesday is the release of the Consumer Confidence Survey, which had an impact last time. Wednesday is the German CPI. Thursday, which is also National Creativity Day. They're getting creative with these days. It's a big day. The U.S. GDP is announced. Crude oil inventories, which we always have to ask, will Biden sell off more? And then the Chinese Manufacturing PMI. Friday, which is also considered Web Designer Day. The Eurozone CPI and the U.S. Core PCE, which is a big year released, and the Chicago PMI as well. Trade while you're sleeping across time zones with Arbitrage Trade Assist. Sign up today at arbitragetrade.com. Arbitrage Trade is your trusted source for business, finance, and tech info.
I had a pretty normal mom life. Everything was pretty good, and it was a very happy life.
And we just had a new baby. And then all of a sudden, within a day or 2, she's on life support and fighting for her life.
They told me my only chance was a heart transplant.
And the American Heart Association helped make that possible. Their research helped save me.
The American Heart Association funds research that leads to medical breakthroughs, trains people in CPR, and certifies hospitals to provide the best care for people who've had a heart attack or stroke.
I am very thankful for the American Heart Association.
One simple act today can save your life or the life of a loved one.
Heart disease is the #1 killer in America. To learn more about how the American Heart Association is saving lives, go to helpheart.org.
Hi, Caroline.
Hi, Darin.
That's not going to cut it. That
Nope.
is not going to cut it. All right, you did a blog this week called Make Every Sound and Word Count. So our goal here today is that we try to do that now with this podcast.
Yes.
But it's a much more important what we're going to talk about other than just that. So May is not just Mental Health Awareness Month, right? But
Right.
You also have now informed me that it is Better Speech and Hearing Month.
It is.
Okay. And I think you might know someone that you can celebrate.
Yes, absolutely. He's the one who told me about it.
So who is this person? What do they do? And hey, do a shameless plug. Where is he?
Absolutely. So my husband is an audiologist. So an audiologist is someone who helps with hearing and balance. So if you need hearing aids, if you have sudden hearing loss, if you have earwax buildup, if you're having dizziness, vertigo, any of that stuff, there's a wide range of things he can test for.
That's not just on Friday or Saturday night. That's just when you always have balance issues and
Yes.
and speaking issues. Okay, I
Yes,
gotcha. So, what specifically does this celebrate then? What it just celebrates them?
Yes, well, audiologists and also kind of their partners to some degree, speech language pathologists. So the World Health Organization has now recognized noise as an important public health issue, and it is considered a top environmental risk, actually, now.
Yeah, the whole environmental thing, we'll get into that, but go ahead. Is it now a green thing?
And, well, especially too, part of the environmental risk is we always have our earbuds in. And how loud are we listening to them? And
Gotcha.
so the World Health Organization has reported that over 50%, so over half of people aged 12 to 35, listen to music with these earbuds at volumes that are too high and can cause long-term hearing damage.
I get that. That's a personal environment, but not a
Well, that's what this
public
is talking
environmental,
about.
which how they can get all mixed together. And
Right. Audiologists deal with more
environmentalists, calm down
personal-
right now. We're not talking about that. We're not hugging trees. All right. So I guess when I think about environmental issue and noise, I think of every Saturday morning when the ice cream truck comes down the street and says, "Do you hear your ears hang low?" And it's everything I hear every Saturday. So that's the way I look at it. That's noise pollution in my book.
Yes.
So we're not talking about noise pollution. We're talking about specific issues with people and hearing.
And things that you can specifically control yourself. Like you can't control the jackhammer, that's working on the road outside
Karen
your house. Well, I'm sure Karen can, but this is not National Karen Month.
I got you. All right, let's get serious here. Audiologist and speech pathologist.
Yes.
So those are two different people?
They are, yes.
Okay.
They're two different degrees.
Gotcha.
An audiologist, after undergrad, goes to school for 4 years and earns a doctorate of audiology.
Okay.
Speech language pathologist, usually it's a 2-year master's degree. But a lot of times they will work kind of in the same clinic setting.
Gotcha.
But they do completely different things.
They'll refer to each other for something that maybe doesn't fit them.
Yes, sometimes yes, absolutely.
I got you. What?
We hear that.
I had to use that once. I just had at one point. I had to use it.
I was waiting for it.
I just had to get it. I knew you were. You know me too well. So, Q-tips. I think you brought that up.
Oh yes, I did.
I'm sure
yes.
you want to smack people's wrist or something when they're
very much so.
pulling it up to their ear.
Yes,
So-
we do not use Q-tips in our ears, people. Do not.
Why?
Why? Because while, if you use the Q-tip, you might look at it after and say, "Ooh, look, I got earwax out. That's great." But you got some out, but you actually pushed some further down and it can get impacted,
Right.
which is not good.
And then you'll have to see.
Then you have to go see an
specialist.
audiologist who will have, and you'll have to pay your specialist copay.
Yes.
And they'll
That's
have
an
to clean
expensive
it out.
Q-tip.
Right? Yes. It's not worth it.
Oh, and then I've seen the earwax removal drops and stuff you can put in your ears.
Right, yeah, now they
I'm not
do-
sure if they do. They work well. I don't know.
There are some drops you can get over the counter,
Mm-hmm.
and they will help if you have some impacted earwax. You use them for several days, and it will help get it looser
Gotcha.
and softer so that you can rinse it out with water in the shower.
Gotcha. Yeah, I do that. I do turn the water up as hot as possible
Okay,
that I can stand, and then put my ear underneath, and then
and let some water run in
Yes.
it, and then you let it drain out.
That's
Perfect.
it.
That's
Thank
how you
you.
should clean out your earwax.
yay! I get a ribbon.
You get a gold star, 100, A+.
All right. Anything else specific to audiologists though that we need to know about?
A lot of people don't realize audiologists deal with balance issues, and
Okay.
there are a lot of things that can cause balance issues, and so they have a lot of different tests they can run. The main thing, even with hearing aids and things like that, the sooner you go see someone, the sooner they can start treatment, and the better your long-term outcomes will be.
Right. So
Don't put it off.
kids,
Oh,
get to kids first. Early, so that it's not an issue when they're older and they wonder why, I guess.
right. Or when like people my parents' age, they start, I wonder if I'm losing some hearing. Should I get hearing aids? The sooner you
right.
get them, the sooner and easier you adjust to them, and it can make the long term better.
Gotcha. So the audiologists are also the balance folks.
Yes, hearing and balance.
So that's the big thing. It's just I'm trying to for our listeners to understand, when do I go to see an audiologist, and then when do I go see a speech pathologist? So
Right.
the pathologist is what I was talking about with the early intervention with the kids.
Yes,
That's
yes.
what it is.
Yes, yeah. With the, and they do see some children. If you have, or audiologists do see some children. If you have a baby, they'll always have a newborn screening in the hospital. Sometimes they'll do follow-ups on that as well. But the speech pathologists do a lot of work with children with speech delays, stuttering, just improving articulation. One of my son is in third grade. Just finished third grade as of today.
Yay! Boo, he's home all the time now.
No, he's good.
I know.
But one of his friends goes to speech therapy with a speech pathologist working on his articulation. So when you hear him speak, you think, oh, that was a little muddled, or some of the letters, and sounds don't sound clear.
I could use that sometimes for sure.
Well, I know some speech pathologists I can refer you to. But something else, too, that I had thought was more an occupational therapist is something that speech pathologists do if you have swallowing difficulties, like if you've had a stroke or an injury. I thought that was more OT, but speech pathologists can also work just specifically with that.
I was surprised with that, too. The term dysphagia, that's the first time I heard that.
Yeah.
So what specifically is that? Just hard to swallow?
Just difficulty swallowing.
Okay.
And there can be many causes for it as well. But
okay. All right. Well, I mean, do you have anything else we could cover here that, we're all listening.
I hope so.
And we can hear you well, and you're speaking well.
I'm trying to project and enunciate clearly.
Right.
My husband should be proud. But just if you have any concerns, you can always talk to your doctor, and they can refer you to an audiologist or speech pathologist, but don't put it off. Just whatever it is, don't put it off. Start seeking help. Google is not the best doctor for diagnosing things, especially things like this where you can't just take a pill for it. You actually need in-person testing and therapies. So don't put it off.
There you go. Good words of advice from a mom and someone who's married to a specialist.
Yes.
And hope he's doing well. And we hope to hear more about what you have to say next week. So we're going back to mental health. Are we...
I don't know yet.
Because you have a choice now. It's the month for both. So.
I know. Well, and it's May, and it'll be Memorial Day, and
there you go.
Got to come up with something.
Well, you have a good weekend.
You too.
And we will see you. Are you back Monday or Tuesday?
I don't know.
I guess we'll see. All right.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Thanks, Caroline.
See ya.
No one suspected a thing. I was the same Tyler they'd always known. Full of energy, the happy one. Of course, I wanted my friends to see me that way. Underneath, a different story. I mean, why was I feeling depressed when I had so many reasons to be happy? Well, guess what? Anybody can feel down, but that's not the time to just put on a brave smile and pretend like nothing's wrong. It's the time to share your feelings with your friends, your parents, your favorite teacher. In the meantime, there's a resource that helped me get back on track. For some great clues about starting your comeback from depression, visit yourlifeyourvoice.org. I'm still Tyler. Only now, what you see is who I am, really.
Good afternoon, Royce.
Good afternoon, Darin.
How are you doing?
I am feeling rather jolly.
Jolly?
Yes.
So jolly that you might laugh?
It depends. Do I have to exercise?
Well,
I won't laugh about that.
No. No, your blog this week is Make 'em Laugh, Make 'em Laugh.
Make them laugh. Everyone wants to laugh.
That's right. They do.
Yes.
They just don't know it sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yes.
It's really hard to get a laugh out of someone.
To elicit a laugh.
Yes.
I do have a quote.
Okay, let's hear it.
And from Mr. Will Rogers. I'm sure you know he has lots of quotes.
Oh, he has a ton of quotes.
He's the quotester. The quote man.
Not the Riddler, not to be confused.
There we go. Big Q on his chest.
Yes.
Don't call him the queen.
No.
All right, we're gonna
keep it gay, keep it gay, keep it gay.
Hey, we're happy and gay.
Yes.
So Will Rogers said, an onion can make people cry, but there has never been a vegetable that make people laugh. And I think that's debatable. But anyway, that's what he said. I know some vegetables that might.
Broccoli. Chopping broccoli.
Chopping broccoli.
You got it. I knew that was coming.
Dana Carvey.
Dana Carvey. Saturday Night Live.
I'm old enough. I remember.
Hey, VeggieTales, maybe? I don't know.
For you younger listeners, just go ahead and Google Dana Carvey, Saturday Night Live, chopping broccoli. It could be
Yes.
no G on the end. Could just be chopping.
Chopping.
Yeah.
Chopping. Like Chopin, but different.
All right, sir. I don't know if you want to give out your full email, but at least you can kind of say what your email is, which kind of.
Yeah, just we laugh a lot.
There it is.
We laugh a lot.
I knew we laugh was in your email. That's one thing I noticed when I came on board, which was awesome. And we do.
We do our best to laugh.
We
at
do
least
do our best.
a minute a day, so I can say I burned 1 calorie.
There you go. You're getting to that. Yes, I was going to talk about that and compare it to other things that give you or reduce calories. I'm reminded though when I started looking at this blog that when I was a kid, I would grab my parents' Reader's Digest, which they used to get all the time.
Oh yeah,
that
that was on coffee tables everywhere,
yeah,
worldwide.
It was maybe it's the original coffee table book. I don't know, but I grabbed it and I would always flip back to
the jokes.
Laughter is the best medicine. That was what it was.
Yep.
So as a kid, I said, okay, it's good to laugh, it's good to smile, and I took that with me the rest of my life. So that's how that impacted me is just laughter. Laughter is the best medicine. So.
Laughter is the best medicine. I got a lot of my morals from the Prairie Home Companion. I don't know what that means.
I have heard that. Yeah, that was a radio show, wasn't it?
It was a radio show.
Yes.
It's like listen to it on the way from church, listen to it.
We're going to have people Googling everything.
Oh, yeah. It's like,
to look it up.
I think it still airs. I'm not sure, though. Because,
it has to be.
It has to.
You would think. There's no way that it might be too clean. I don't know nowadays.
Oh, I had a couple of, wholesome things like commercials.
Yes.
Inappropriate commercials.
Yes.
It'll be fine.
Inappropriate then, lame now.
No, yeah, right.
It works. So I had an idea. I figured I'd open a laughter buffet.
A laughter buffet.
We'll just call it a laughter buffet. You can go in and you can eat as much as you want, and then you laugh. And you will lose those calories as you gain them.
So stand-up comedian.
Yeah, there you go.
So
it sounds like a club, a nightclub.
Yeah, nightclub.
Okay, never mind.
Speakeasy,
Not a buffet, but yeah, because that would be rude when a comedian's going to get up and go fill your plate up again.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. That's like unless you're getting tomatoes.
Oh,
hey.
Then you got the physical throwing of the tomatoes.
Yes.
To add to that, and then the laughter after you hit them.
Yes.
Yeah.
As they try to dodge, the flogging happens.
That's right. Flogging is fun. Who knew?
Maybe that should be the name of the restaurant.
There you go.
Flogging can be fun.
Should I go in or not? Maybe I'll get flogged. So anyway, 1.3 calories a minute is what you said.
Oh, yeah.
And I assume the harder you laugh, maybe the more.
Yes.
Just don't hurt yourself, but
a deep,
don't bust
guttural laugh. Like
yes. A guffaw.
A guffaw.
Guffaw, yeah.
A maniacal laugh,
That requires some intensity, yes.
Oh, yes. Yes. You have to be slightly maniac.
Maniacal, yes.
Yes.
So you also said in the blog that walking is like 4 calories.
Yes.
And then jogging,
Is
and this
like
is per minute, and then
per
jogging is 10 calories per minute.
Yes.
So you should go running and then sprinting and all that. So you go up the ladder.
If I run for 10 minutes, I burn 100 calories.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That seems like a lot of effort.
So,
how about I just don't eat that thing that's 100 calories?
Yeah.
And call it even.
or watch a comedy marathon.
They better be really funny. They better be extremely
to match the 100 calories.
To match the 100 calories.
But you know what? It's not really the caloric intake. It's more, to me, the mental.
Yes.
And that's the biggest thing is the mental health leading to your physical health.
Yeah, but don't die laughing.
No, don't do that.
Hey, that's a phrase too.
Well, that solves all problems too, but we don't want to solve it. We don't want to solve it that way. It makes them all go away.
We're going back to Gotham. I see, and the Joker, and all this.
The dark one.
Yes.
The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight.
But you said that it reduces stress. It boosts your immunity.
Oh yeah.
It calms you. It's good cardio for your heart.
Yes.
I mean, all that stuff. So it really, who thought? Who would have thought? Who would have
thought?
thought?
It engages your core.
Oh, boy. That's my last frontier is my core. I need to explore and work it out. So keep me laughing, please.
I will keep you laughing.
All right. So Dr. Laugh, your prescription is, as you put it, you said to watch comedies. I personally like rom-com.
Oh yeah, romantic comedies.
Because that's kind of two different healths that are
like
being attended to
one of my favorite
at once.
movies, 50 First Dates.
There
Adam
it is.
Sandler, slapstick comedy.
There it is.
It's like, oh, you're going to do this? That doesn't work today, buddy. Whack!
I was going to ask you if you had a line, because you have a line for everything, I think, as far as comedies go.
A line for comedies.
Like a one-liner that you like that... I'll put you on the spot.
I got
script.
It's not funny.
It's not funny. Maybe not appropriate either.
Maybe Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and he laughed just like this. Come on, Christopher Lloyd. You know you laughed.
And on that note, as far as comedians go, Matt Rife, he's just like tearing it up.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to see him.
Are you?
Oh, yeah. I got tickets.
And you got one extra ticket, right?
I actually do.
Oh, it's only $1,000.
For you, the low time cost of...
Yes.
What's your pay?
Uh-oh.
I need to make sure I price it properly.
Oh.
The whole thing.
Alms for the poor. Alms for the poor. That's, by the way...
From Fiddle on the Roof, as well as other things.
Yes. Thank you. But he is tops in all the Netflix comedies specials. He is number one, and he's doing
Fluffy.
He's doing another one.
Don't forget about Fluffy.
Fluffy.
Oh yeah, Iglesias.
Julio.
No, come on. God, you would put me on the spot.
Senor.
I just call him Fluffy.
Senor.
He's the voice of Speedy Gonzalez.
Ah, there you go.
In
the
new movie.
West.
Yeah. Emilio Iglesias, I think.
Emilio.
Maybe.
Could be.
Yeah.
Oh, he's one of the comedians. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, okay. Yes. I think you're right. It's Emilio, I think.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of his son's name, Julio's son, that did also sing.
Oh, I got you.
What was his name? I forgot. Anyway. Has nothing to do with
nice
what we're talking
about.
Sort of. But you also said socialize with funny friends.
Oh, I have tons of funny friends.
So I'm sure that's by plan. I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
you surround yourself with people, birds of a feather flock together.
There you go, and kick out the toxic feathers.
Oh, yeah. Or at least pluck them.
Kick out the bird flu.
The bird flu, yikes.
Yeah.
Help
Sorry,
me.
I just had two.
Gotta fly.
Yeah. Now, another thing
Yes.
you said, and I don't know, I mean, I've never heard of it before, but you said laughter yoga. What the heck? What is laughter yoga?
Hey, it's another way of basically exercising, and they include different yoga poses and laughter to basically,
Because you can't actually do that yoga pose, or it's just there's.
Oh well, there's that
funny
too. The bicep, the peanut gallery, they're in and on this now.
Seriously, I guess we'll have hot laughter yoga or hot yoga with laughter. I mean, I don't know.
Hot buttered love, hot buttered soul. Time to go to Isaac Hayes' restaurant. All right.
So like Richard Simmons, you would sweat and laugh.
I don't think
while
I like
exercising.
That.
No, I don't either.
Sweating
All right,
to the oldies.
let's move on.
Nope.
And then, lastly, you said just surround yourself with or read books.
Read books that make you laugh.
That make you laugh. Comedy
that make you
type
think,
books
and,
that make you laugh, and I think we have that every day now on social media.
Oh yeah,
which is memes.
Yes,
everywhere
I try to
and anywhere.
Memes to anyone that's following me on Facebook. I'm so sorry for all the stuff I clutter your timeline with.
In the past, now, and in the future.
And in the future.
All right, Royce. Well, I appreciate you coming by and helping us all laugh. We do need it. The world can be dark
sometimes.
A lot.
Oh yeah.
And we definitely need to just not take ourselves so seriously and be healthier.
Yes, and part of being healthy is learning that it's okay to laugh at yourself.
Exactly. 100%. Start there.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Appreciate it, Royce. We will see you next week.
We hope.
Uh-oh. Don't. Keep them suspended, along with
right.
laughter.
Same bad channel, same bad time.
Right. Thanks, Royce.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school.
Jessica has been through a lot in her life from early childhood.
My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She came in looking to complete her diploma. She had a family she had to take care of. Anytime she needed help, we provided her help. She realized that we were here for her.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
My graduation, it was something I will never forget. I couldn't explain the emotion I was feeling because people like you and me sometimes may have doubts in yourself, but I feel that everything's possible.
Jessica's future is brighter than ever.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Here is this week's winner and loser in the market. The loser is Summit Therapeutics, that's SMMT. They are headquartered in California. They are a biopharmaceutical company, and they discover, develop, and commercialize medicines to treat infectious diseases. After hitting $5.36 on Wednesday, May the 8th, they began the week at $4.43 and fell Friday to as low as $3.31 after a data release indicating that their lung cancer treatment trial revealed that 62% of the patients had adverse effects. I think someone knew ahead of time, huh? 52-week high of $5.39, 52-week low of $1.50. And here is this week's winner. It's Petco Health and Wellness Company. Their ticker is WOOF, or WOOF. It is also headquartered in California, and they provide pet health and wellness services. They operate in the U.S., Mexico, and Puerto Rico. On May 8th as well, Petco sat at only $1.64 at close, and then heading into earnings, the stock gapped up twice and hit $2.68 before. Then, after the earnings release, yet another gap up and reached a high of $3.69 yesterday. Someone knew something again. 52-week high of $9.74. 52-week low of $1.41. Visit arbitragetrade.com and learn about Pips, our AI bot, who lets you stop watching and start living. We are not financial advisors. We provide an AI bot algorithm service. Thank you for joining us today for another edition of Arbitrage Weekend News. Log into arbitragetrade.com to read our wide variety of blogs and educate yourself on Trade Assist and Forex trading, or even how to make passive money with our Trade Assist affiliate marketer program. You can even get to know our cute little AI bot called Pips.
Arbitrage Trade Analytics LLC is a privately held research company. Arbitrage Trade Analytics LLC is solely responsible for the preparation and distribution of the contents of this podcast. The opinions offered in this podcast are for informational purposes only and are not intended to function as investment advice. Seek a duly licensed professional for investment advice. For more information about the informational research and services offered by Arbitrage Trade Analytics LLC, please visit arbitragetrade.com.